And today we're going to look at Venn diagrams. To do these questions, make sure you're okay with basic probabilities. You can use that a fair bit. Okay, if you're not sure of it, I'll give a link to it in the video. Let's get started. So Venn diagrams are basically a way to display data. So here I've got the diagram which shows who out of a group of people went to France and Germany last year. And as always, there is a handout included in the video description, which you can go through these questions along with what I'm going through right now and try the questions that I'll show later on. So we can see we have these numbers as we go through them. So how many people went to France and Germany? Went to both of them. People who went to both France and Germany are going to be those people who are in the overlap. So a total of 7 people went to both countries. That's because they are both in the circle for France and in the circle for Germany. Okay, make sure you're okay with that. Question 2. How many people in total, keyword there, went to France? If I look at my Venn diagram, everyone in this circle went to France. That makes them 2 separate groups. I have 10 of them here and I have 7 of them here. So in total, we had 17 people going to France. Just 7 of them also went to Germany, but that still means they also went to France as well. Question 3. How many people only went to Germany? So people who went to Germany will be everyone in the circle again, so there's a total of 10 of them. However, these 7 also went to France. I only want the people who only went to Germany, and that will just be those 3 people. And lastly, for this example question, what does the 30 people, that is this 30 over here, in the top right represent? Okay, so looking at this diagram, they are not in the France circle, they are not in the Germany circle, and that means that they did not go to France or Germany. Okay. Next question. So Venn diagrams typically in 2 sorts. It's where you've got 2 options and also where you've got 3 options. Looks a bit more complicated, but it's the exact same idea. So let's go through this question as well. Venn diagram shows which students have either a desktop computer, laptop, or tablet. So question 1. How many people have a desktop computer? So these questions, be careful. It is not 3 because those people who only have a desktop computer. People who have desktop computers are in this whole circle. So you need to add up every single number in this circle. That would be 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0. A total of 5 people of this group have a desktop computer. Okay, question 2. How many people have at least 2 items? So, if they've got at least 2 items, that means they have to be in the overlap of at least 2 circles. So, for example, these 2 people here, they have a tablet and a laptop. Also, it says at least 2 items. So this person here actually has all 3 items, but they count as at least 2. So people have at least 2, as I just said, are in the overlap. So it's going to be these group of people. Let's add them together. I have 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0. So that means a total of 4 people have at least 2 items. Okay, on to question 3. We have a probability question. So just to recap, in order to work these out, we need to say how many people, let's do pi, for example, have a tablet, and that must be out of the total number of people. What I'm going to work out before I do any of this, I'm going to use it loads. I'm going to work out before I do any of this, because I'm going to use it loads, the total number of people. To do that, I want to add together all these numbers on my Venn diagram. Let's go from the top left. I've got 3 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1. They're all my desktop computers done. Onto my tablets, I've got a 3 and a 2, and then a 6 for my laptop. And lastly, do not forget this 1 person down here. This 1 person represents someone who doesn't have any of those 3. adding those all together, you are going to get a total of 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5. Another 5 here is 10, so a total of 17 people. That means for this question, all the probabilities are going to be out of 17 because that's a total number of people. Okay, so how many people only have a tablet? So only a tablet will be just this 3. If you want only something, you do not want any overlaps. 3 people out of 17. How many people have a tablet? So have a tablet means I'm looking at this whole circle. I want to add together these numbers. If I add together 3 plus 2 plus 1, that gives me a total of 6. So therefore it'll be 6 out of 17. Part C, they want a desktop computer and a tablet. So I have desktop computer here, I have tablet here. My overlap is anyone who fits into either of these 2 categories. Make sure you don't forget this very center category here. Altogether that's just 1 person, so it will just be 1 out of 17. Okay, that's enough of me talking for now. Here you have some questions to try. Again, in the worksheet description, there's question 1. Feel free to pause. And there is question 2. Again, feel free to pause. I'll just go through the answer for question 1 now. So work out the following. How many people owned only an Android only? It means they can't have an overlap, so it's just these 4. How many people owned an iPhone? So they can also own an Android, because I want this whole circle. 12 plus 1 gives me 13 people. See, if someone is selected at random, what is the probability, keyword, that they own neither? So 3 people don't own either, because there are 3 around the outside, and I need to work out the total number of people to get a probability. Total is 12 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3. Working that out, that gives me 20. And part D, how many people did not have an iPhone? Everyone in this circle has an iPhone. So many people are not in the circle. I've got 4 here and I've got 3 here. That means 7 people did not have an iPhone. Okay, on to part 2, which is drawing Venn diagrams. So in this question, very straightforward, we are told there are 40 people in this Venn diagram and we're going to fill in the missing value. To do that, we're just going to add up all the numbers we've got so far and see how many are missing. I need to go in this box here. So far we have 7 plus 10 plus 13. Add those together, that gives you 30. However, we want a total of 40, which means that 10 people are missing. Next question. There are 20 students in a certain tutor group. They asked how they got to school. 12 took only a car, 2 took a car and a bus, and it's also given that the rest travelled just using a bus. We want to draw a Venn diagram, show us information. So always start with a box. We only have 2 options, which means we only need 2 circles. I'll label them as car and bus. I'm going to read out information. We know we have 20 in total. We know 12 took only a car, so 12 will go in the only a car section. 2 took a car and a bus, and it's given the rest travelled just using a bus. So 12 plus 2, so far I've got 14. I want a total of 20, which means 6 travelled just using a bus. I'll just do one more harder one. Same setup, but it gets a bit more tricky. There are 25 students in a tutor group. 12 have maths today, those lucky people. 10 have English today, and 8 have neither. I have to draw a Venn diagram with this information. So we can start just as we did before. Venn diagram, circles, one for maths, one for English. We know that total is 25. We know that 12 students have maths and 10 students have English. However, we can't do this because some of those people will have both maths and English. All we know right now is that everyone in this circle, so this part and this part, will add 12, and the same thing for English. The only thing we can put in right now is the fact that 8 students have neither today, and that means they must go outside my Venn diagram. So let's see if we can try and work out what's going on here and see if we can work out which numbers go where. So the best way to do this is add together all the numbers we've got. We've got 8 plus 12 plus 10. That gives us a total of 30. However, we know there are only 25 students. That means we have 5 extra students. That means these 5 students must have been counted twice, so therefore the extra 5 must have done both. So you take the difference of what you added them up to what the total should be, and that those extra people must have done both maths and English. And now we can get somewhere. So what I said before, 12 students have maths today. That means 12 students were in this circle. We already have 5 in the circle. That means that 12 take away 5, which is 7, must be left outside my circle. And then we do the exact same thing for English. We are told 10 students have English today. We've already got 5 having English today. That means we need another 5 doing English today. So that is part A done. Part B, student chosen at random. We're going to work out probabilities. That means for all these questions, it's going to be something out of 25. The odds they have maths today. Well, people who have maths are in this circle. I know that must total to 12. So 12 out of 25. We have both maths and English today. That is the overlap between maths and English. So that will be 5 out of 25. And they don't have either today. So that's going to be these 8 people. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too hard for you. If you have some questions to try, feel free to pause them and I'll go through the first couple in a second. That's question 1. This is question 2. And this is question 3, which I won't go through. So question 1. We want to draw a Venn diagram. We have a total of 20 people. 6 people liked only pasta. So 2 circles, 1 for pasta, 1 for pizza. If they liked only pasta, that means they are not in the overlap. 8 people liked only pizza, and 2 people either. We are missing how many people liked both. However, we are also told that we asked 20 people. Add together these numbers, 6 plus 8 plus 2, that gives us 16. Therefore, we need 4 people. Now some probabilities. We select someone at random. The odds they like pizza means the odds they're in this circle here. 4 plus 8 is 12, so it'll be 12 out of 20. Because they're together here. Odds they liked both. If they like both, that means they are in the overlap. So it will just be those 4 people. So 4 out of 20. Slightly harder one, the odds they do not like pasta. So pasta is everyone in the circle. So who's not in the circle, I've got these 8 people and these 2 people. And again, you can simplify these. But you don't. Question 2. We are told we're working out people have brothers or sisters or neither. We survey 50 people. 28 have a brother, 21 have a sister, and 10 have neither. We're going to do the same trick we did earlier. We're going to work out what these 3 numbers add up to. Add up these numbers. That gives us a total. That means I have 9 extra people, so I should only have 50. That means they have been counted twice, so therefore they are in the overlap. Now we can fill it in. 28 have a brother, so that means everyone in the circle must total 28. We've already got 9 here, so 28 minus 9 means there are 90 people left. 21 have a sister, so we do the same thing. We do 21 minus 9, means that 12 people only have a sister and not a brother, and 10 have neither, so 10 go around the outside. Okay, that is part A done. Part B, how many people have only a brother? That is these 19. They have a brother but not a sister. And then for part C, we want some probabilities. Let me just delete this quickly. Okay, was probability that they are an only child? If they're an only child, that means they don't have any brothers or sisters, so it is these 10 people here. 10 out of 50, or 1 out of 5. So they have both a brother and a sister. That means they're in the overlap, so that'll be 9 out of 50. They do not have a sister. So people who have a sister, they do not have a sister. So people who have a sister are in this big circle here. We want those who aren't in that circle. So I have this 19 and this 10. So a total of 29 out of 50. And they have either a brother or a sister, but not both. In this case, I want these 12 and these 19, but not those people in the overlap. So 19 plus 12 gives you 31. So it will be 31 out of 50. Okay, that's all I'm doing today on Venn diagrams. Hope that's fairly straightforward for you. And as always, thanks for listening.